Hello again, and welcome back to Sharolyn's Pearls of Wisdom, where you may not get the answers you want, but you're certainly going to get the answers you need. Our next questions, and yes, I did say questions, that's plural, come from a dear, sweet, lovely lady here in town by the name of Tandra Thompson. Oh, girl, you are having some really big issues that you need help with, and you have come to the right place. Your first question was the problem that I think a lot of us are familiar with. It's the issue of boys. When they get really careless sometimes, when they have to go tinkle, and they TT around the toilet and not in it. This is a really big problem for some of us, and for others, well, they're just being folk and they don't know it's an issue. But it's a big problem. You're having problems with your boys doing that thing where they don't pee in the toilet but around it. Well, I got to thinking, I was thinking back to the way I grew up on my parents' farm, and some of the solutions that we have, and I know what to do for your problem with those boys. What you're going to have to do is get yourself an electric fence and install it all the way around those boys' toilet. And what's going to happen is, when they pee outside the toilet and not in it, they're going to get real motivated to pee inside the toilet. It works like magic. So that's what you're going to have to do, Tandra. I know it's going to work for you. I'm excited to hear back about the results. Now, the next issue that you needed help with was you just don't have any desire to cook. You don't enjoy cooking. And that's understandable, Tandra. You're not alone in this. Why, you're a busy woman. You've got so many things going on, and you've been spending a powerful lot of time having to clean up around those toilets. And when you get that toilet trouble fixed, you're going to have more time to want to do some cooking. That's the way it works. So now the next thing that you brought up, that you mentioned you're having trouble with, I was feeling a little uncomfortable about whether I wanted to talk about that in public or not. But we are living in modern times, and so, well, really, everyone's always lived in modern times as far as they knew, but we've never lived in more modern times than the ones we live in now. Now, probably next year we'll live in even more modern times, but that's neither here nor there for right now. Well, the problem you mentioned is of a personal nature, and I think I'm just going to go with the modern times and decide to feel comfortable going ahead and talking about it, because you obviously were. Why, Tandra, you're not alone in this issue either. There's a lot of folks that have this problem, but so very few of them would be so transparent enough to just go right ahead and mention it out on social media the way you did. But when they hear the answer to this problem, they're going to be so grateful that you had the nerve to just go right ahead and put it out there on Facebook the way you did. So, Tandra, you mentioned that you've got an itch problem. It's an itch in the underarm area. Well, Tandra, I've got the solution for you. It's called soap and water. Now, what you do with the soap and water is, every day, you wet down your armpits with some water, and then you take a wash rag, and you apply a goodly amount of soap, a nice quality soap, to that wash rag, and then you apply it to your underarms, and you just get in there and you scrub and you scrub. Now, don't hurt yourself, but get it real nice and scrubbed up under your armpits. Underarms, I'm sorry. And then when you're finished with that, you rinse it real good. You just keep on rinsing until all that soap residue is gone. Tandra, You're going to be so delighted with the way that's going to take care of that itch problem. I'm so excited to hear back from you. I know it's going to work. But if by some reason or another it doesn't work, there's another thing that you can do to save time, because I know you're spending a lot of time scratching those armpits, underarms, I mean. You can get something that's called a cuckleburr. And I don't know if you've heard of cuckleburrs or not, but as unconventional as this is, it is going to work for you for sure. You get you some cuckleburrs. Now, they grow in the grasslands and prairies and kind of drier countries out in the pastures like of the farms where I grew up. And you just get you one or two of those cuckleburrs, and you just place them up real snug under your arms. And then when you go to itching, you just move your arms back and forth real good, and all of a sudden you got yourself a self-scratching sort of a solution to that itchy underarm. Well, anyway, I do believe that we have taken care of your problems for today with Sharolyn's Pearls of Wisdom.